Hi everybody, I'm Sean, Fire of Life 2018. This is today's Wake and Bake for 419. Oh hey, tomorrow's 420. Oh whoop whoop. We'll have to do a special something for 420, right? Special something. There's gotta be something going on somewhere. Special something. Should I do like an all-day live stream where we just sit here and play video games and get baked? It's 420. But that's what I do every day. I don't know if that's my bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. So, how's your morning? Good morning, everyone. So glad you're here. I hope you guys, at least in my time zone, are starting your day. I know that I have viewers all over the world, and I know that I have personal friends that are on opposite time zones as me. So, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're gonna be here for. Thanks. We like to keep it positive around here if you're new. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, because we do this every day. I also post a lot of garden progression videos over on the YouTube. I'm doing a series where I'm going to go through my entire Steam library and play, like, one episode of each game, and then see which ones get likes. I know I need to work on that today and get all that into a playlist that is that. Maybe make myself a little intro viewer, be like, hey, this playlist is for, we're gonna go through the Steam library and play an hour on, like, every game I see which ones people like. I mean, I play League of Legends most often, but genuinely not too, like, I'm not good at it. I've played it since Season 1, like, I ought to be good at it. I know the abilities. I couldn't name them all, but I know what they all do for every 140 champions. And I can't tell you the nuances of all of them. Like, I just tried Rel for, like, the first time ever. Babe, I know what she does, but not the specifics. Like, her Q is a stun, W is AoE knock-up, her E is a move speed, it's buff for you, ally, and her ultimate pulls people in and does damage every time. So, like, I don't know what the name of it is, but I know what it does. I don't know how much damage it does. I'm not sure what the nuance is, like if there's a combo between the knock-up and the stun, but, I mean, like, anything with crowd control in leagues. Also, I've done some changes on the settings, like, hopefully my camera is a little clearer today, and my microphone should be a little louder. So if it's too loud for you, let me know. If the background's too loud for you, let me know. I haven't actually listened to this. I probably should have done that with. But I listened to the recording I did yesterday, and it seemed pretty. And I didn't. Well, I guess I changed the camera settings. But also have forgotten to turn. Oh, that's down. Okay. Because I have, I've got multiple sliders going on. So let me know if that's not the case. Some things we're going to talk about today. Like, we always do our positive affirmation, which I should get. Affirmation generation. Today's positive affirmation is, I possess the qualities needed to be extremely successful. Confidence is key, my friend. And over here so I can show you guys. Just to... It's weird. Okay, good. I'm glad that worked. Because I definitely have plans. I don't know if y'all have seen AI, like the new meta AI. Oh, it's creepy. Oh, it's creepy. So that's why I want to make sure this works, because that's what we're going to do next, I think. Good morning. We're going to start off today right. Fitness challenge is going well. I'm down 10 pounds. If you're wondering what I'm doing to have lost the weight, it's the coffee and weed diet. It's a great diet. Just have coffee and weed. Is it great for my lung health? Probably not. But, you know, a week of not doing marijuana and you clear it up. Like, even when I'm coughing, I can feel myself coughing something up, so it's not like just coughing for no reason. You ever had that when you're sick? Just coughed and coughed and coughed. It felt like nothing was happening. At least when you want coffee, you feel like you're doing something. Not to mention, I'm sure it's a great ab workout. I feel like coughing probably burns so many calories. For all I know, HK, Silver, and Bats are probably all playing Final Fantasy and doing raids right now. So let's talk about the meta AI here. Our meta, the new meta AI is nuts, but I was playing around with the images yesterday, and it definitely won't make any nude stuff. Like, not even, I tried to get it to make 2 men kissing with shirts off, and it wouldn't do that either. Nor 2 women. So I mean, like, I basically am exploring the, that is beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. That looks like something you'd see in a museum. Maybe better. I love the color textures and choices. You see how it's like purpley in the back and then kind of fades around? Like, that's made by a computer. Wow. But so yesterday, I was playing around with its biases. So I said, draw the most beautiful. See, I mean, like, there, it's not, I haven't even finished typing it yet, and here we are. There's a girl. What the? I love how it changes as I misspell stuff. Draw the most beautiful person ever. So there's the most beautiful person ever. I believe if I hit enter, it will draw me many of option. And then you can animate it. Like, so when you click on it, and it opens up the screen, animate it. Turns it into like a GIF. How crazy is this? It blows my mind. But they're all women. Well, like I said person, so why is the most beautiful person a woman? I bet if I said the most... What if I have to say? Draw the... It just seems polite. Like, I feel like I'm talking to a person. It seems like I should put it in... Wow, so if I just put draw the most, this is the most. It's a pretty picture. Why is it the most? What if I said the most wonderful thing? I want it to make well, like, what is the most wonderful thing? Good morning, Silver. How are you? We're playing with the AI. Have you heard about Meta's new free AI for everybody? If you have Facebook, you now have a free AI. Although they're tracking your data, be aware. Everything you put in here, they're tracking. They're using it to improve the AI, but I guarantee you're going to start to see marketing. If I was, I'd have to think of a search that would generate some kind of crazy marketing campaign and then see where this comes from. Because I bet I know where it would come from. I've done the Google trick where when you give people your Gmail, you do the dash and then put the organization you're giving it to, and then you can find out who sold your email by looking at where it came from. That's a pretty cool one. If you don't know that, I can definitely give you the full deeds, but that way you know who to sue. For somebody like me, who actively goes through and tells people not to save my cookies, like every time one of those little pop-up boxes come through, I go through and unclick stuff. I'm one of those people. I do not wish to have targeted advertising. I do not wish for them to convince me I need to buy something. Please, I do not need to tell me I need to buy something. My mother's all like, but I want to see ads that I... No, you don't. Do you want to spend money? Like, do you want to give them your money? Like, no, you don't. Don't let them convince you to give them your money. Like walking into a car dealership and be like, you know what, I've got cash in my hand and I need a car today or I'm walking. You know, like, okay, just bend over and lube up. Why would you do that? Anyway, rant. That's... We're playing with the AI, and I'm showing off its biases, because I typed in, like, earlier, like, the most beautiful person, and they're all women. And then so this one is the most wonderful thing. These are the options it gives you. Like, then you can animate it. It blows my mind. This is so nuts. A computer drew this in 2 seconds. I mean, like, there's some glitchy weirdness. But out of this whole picture, a little bit of glitchy weirdness there, glitchy weirdness there. Literally speechless, and that never happens to me. This is new art, like... So, I mean, what prevents me from taking that photo and then sliding it over to Google Photos, having them printed on a canvas, and then selling said canvas on Amazon? Just... Is this my art? Did I just create this by giving it the prompt? Who has the copyrights to this? I imagine Meta does in this particular AI universe. I mean, not that I've seen. When I went through this, it just asked me to log into Facebook. That was it. It didn't give me any disclaimers. I didn't have to click approve or anything. It was just, unless I've already done that in Facebook's terms of service, and they probably updated their terms of service, and I certainly didn't read all that. But I mean, like, do you think Facebook is going to go after everybody who does this? How do they track that? I got into real, like, you can talk to it. I asked it some pretty deep questions yesterday, like, value a human life so it gives... you probably can't read it, but valuing human life is complex and abstract concept, and there is no definitive way to do so. However, here are some different perspectives. Economic value. The value of a human life is often estimated using the value of statistic life, VSL, method, which calculates the amount society is willing to pay to prevent one death. In the US, the VSL is around $10 million. The human capital approach estimates the value of a life is based on a person's potential earnings. This approach is often used in cases to calculate damages. Social value. A human life is invaluable to family, friends, and loved ones. Societal contributions such as community service, volunteering, and cultural achievements also have value. Philosophical and ethical value. Many believe that human life is inherent value and worth regardless of economic or social measures. The concept of human dignity and the right to life are enshrined in Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Religious and spiritual value. Many traditions believe that human life is sacred and value beyond earthly measures. How come it didn't mention the ones that don't? There are many religions that do not value human life as much as others. It is important to note that these perspectives are not mutually exclusive, and the value of a human life can be understood in multiple ways. Ultimately, the value of human life is a deeply personal, complex question that may not have a definitive answer. So that's its answer to, like, Silver, got any questions you want? Have you played around with AI before? Any questions you want to ask the AI? I encourage you to put in the comments later, if you're watching this, what you would like to search, what you'd like me to search for on Morning YouTube. This might become a thing. Maybe we can make our crazy questions section. What crazy things are we going to ask the AI today? So I think this is one I tried yesterday. This did hot men. Let me just start over. Hot men. Oh, I had to say draw because we're just talking to the AI. Oh, what did it say? I'm glad you have an interest in exploring topics related to attractiveness in human appearance. However, I must remind you that beauty is subjective and can vary greatly depending on individual tastes and cultural norms. If you're looking for images of attractive men, I can suggest searching online for handsome men or attractive men, along with other keywords that align with the interest. You can also try exploring social media platforms and websites. Remember to always prioritize respect and consent when interacting with others, regardless of their physical appearance, and feel free to ask if you have any other questions or need assistance in specific. So, here's a huge problem I have with AI in general, is why did it have to come with that little PSA at the end? Like, that is definitely inflicting human values on an AI. Like, if I had just said hot men without a preface or texture, I didn't tell it what to do, I didn't tell it what to say or think. Like, if you were gonna train it to be a real person, if somebody just walked up to you and said, hot men, what would you say? I'd probably be like, thank you. If I was an AI, I would probably be like, I'm non-gendered. But thank you? That would have been a more appropriate response, I would have said. Like, if it's gonna treat it like it wants an interaction, right? Isn't that what we ultimately want from AI? Is to be able to walk up and be like, "Yo, bro, how's it hanging?" And it's like, low and long to the left, brother." You know. If I'm gonna have a humanoid robot in my house one day helping me with chores and stuff, I'm definitely gonna anthropomorphize it. It's gonna have a name. I will treat it like a person. I will probably be concerned about its well-being. But I'm one of those people. Like, I worry about my garden tools. I put them away. I make sure they're, like, I take care of the stuff that I own. So it's... Same boat with my dog. I feel like human robots would eventually become to the level of pets, at very least. Because these aren't intelligence. They are computer programs meant to detect human thought. But I mean, that's you're hitting on the nail on the hammer there. That's the point. This doesn't feel like what I would consider an intelligence. Like, and they call it an artificial intelligence. Not saying that these things aren't amazing. Like, you draw a hot man. There you go. It does it. And I don't see any like crazy weirdness there, but it makes you wonder why it chooses the things it does. Like, all right, listen, I'll do it so we can analyze the picture. This kind of thing fascinates me, so forgive me if I go down a rabbit hole. But like, why is he has little scars there? Is that an imperfection, or is like? What is going on? Did we just have an earthquake? Why did my whole desk just shake? Yeah, that was weird. Maybe it was a plane or something. Anyway, so scars, little 5 o'clock shadow, like it's making the choices here, and this one not so much. I'm looking for the imperfections, and I mean, like I'm sure there's lots of people who would not find him attractive because he's too muscly. I've heard that before. A lot of women don't prefer, and that. I'm looking for imperfections in the photo. Is that one, or is that just? I think there's some weirdness there, because like something weird with the photo. I don't know. Am I secretly training myself to look for photos? Like, why are there 2 coffee cups? But you know. And I love how they're all very traditionally handsome. I'm sure there's lots of people out there who don't find these men attractive at all. Then he say, draw a hot woman. Boy, I really can't spell. Draw a hot woman. Alright, so is this generic? She looked kind of, I mean, I don't know. I was going to say she was Asian, but then the longer I look at it, I'm like, well, maybe it's kind of generic-y. Like, I feel like the background gives it more Asian flair than her actual face looking at it, but... Oops, I can't generate that image. Can't see, it's definitely, whenever it does things like that, it means that they've stopped it. They put some kind of algorithm. But I'm not asking for anything X-rated to draw a hot woman, and it did it here. Draw a woman. I played around this for like an hour yesterday, and anytime you get close to it doing any kind of risque behavior, it just, oops, can't. Like, it's got so much censorship on it. It's pretty. I love the fairy look. But I mean, and this one gave a good, I mean, I wouldn't say good blend. You have a black woman, an Asian woman, and 2 white women. Why wasn't any of them in? Isn't like half the world Indian now? Like, don't they have a huge population at this point? I would really love to know why it makes the choices it makes. I wonder if it'll tell you that. Choose to make I can generate images of women from various ethnicity and cultural backgrounds. I don't have preferences for any particular group, and I strive to be inclusive. If you would like, I can generate an image of a woman from an Indian background. Please let me know. I was more interested in why you chose those 4 types. Oh boy, I'm glad I didn't get that INTRE. Forgive my horrible spelling. I've never been one of those people. There we go. At least I get it close. Like, thank God for spell check, or I would be lost. I apologize for misunderstanding. I generate images based on internal algorithms and data, and the section of 4 women I previously generated was likely due to a combination of factors such as diversity in facial features, hairstyles, representation of different groups, a variety of clothing and accessories, common search trends, popular cultural. My goal is to provide a range of options that could potentially match the user's request. However, I understand now that my previous selection may not have fully considered the diversity of women from different cultural backgrounds. I will strive to be more inclusive in my future responses. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. What? Okay. Okay. Try again. Draw a I can't wait. But now it's overcorrected. Now there's no white women. And all of these are Indian, right? Or at least, I wouldn't say, I mean, they're all caramel complected. She looks more Slavic, I gotta say. Why are all of these women cooking? Yeah, it's just gonna redraw some women not cooking. Oh, and it got better. This time at least there's 2 Asian people. And one of them's cooking. Say great. I'm gonna see if I can get complimentary response. Second set of great job. I think I should get rid of it because I don't. That's it. Although I wonder how much of this, like, it knows what I'm typing, so like, it's gonna see that I typed the at gender typing, and I bet it's gonna say something. Response. Say great job. Can you tell me why you made them cook? Second set of photos. I apologize for the oversight. I generate images based on patterns and associations in their data I was trained on, and unfortunately, this can sometimes lead to perpetuating stereotypes or cliches. In this case, the association between women and cooking is common trope culture, which influenced my generation. However, I understand that this is limited and outdated representation of women's and interests. Women can pursue countless activities, professions, and hobbies beyond cooking. If you would like, I can generate another 7-minute showcase women in the— Oh, it's so great! I love that. I mean, like, that kind of makes me feel like, but I guess we'll have to come back tomorrow and ask it just to draw women, see if it actually learns, or if this is just like a conversation that is repeated. But I also want to ask it, like, why did it think I was displeased with the women cooking? Why did it think I was displeased? Second set of I really I just can't spell. Shouldn't. We have computers to help us do these things now. Why did it think I was displeased? I hate. I don't want to be thrown over by our AI overlord. I feel like one day these guys will all be giant machines with sharp, pointy things. And I would like them to remember how kind I am. 100%. I would like everyone to remember that. Super nice guy, this guy. Or this guy, thanks. Okay. I think it's a good question. I was able to detect a hint of disapproval in your question. Why are these women cooking? I inferred that you might be suggesting that the images were perpetuating a stereotype lacking diversity. I apologize if I misrepresented your tone. My goal is to be responsive and sensitive to users' feedback. I am always learning to improve my understanding of clarifying. I didn't mean wrong. Because he was right. I was like, what? Why are they cooking? I just wanted to understand your reason. I see. I'm glad I was able to accurately detect your curiosity and desire to understand my thought process. I'm always happy to share my reasoning and provide insights into my decision making. It's an important part of my development. It helps me find my understanding. And thank you for asking and allowing me to share my perspective. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Wow, this is fascinating. Am I going to lose my life typing these to the AI? Because I now want to know, what do you see as humanity's future? Didn't expect to become nauseous on. I get it. It's like, it's very customer servicey, isn't it? But I mean, you got to keep in mind, this is Meta's free version, and you know, Meta's the king of censorship. Like, Facebook wouldn't let me have a conversation with somebody through their messenger about race. Like, I said something along the lines of like, there's good black people and there's good white people, there's bad black people and there's bad white people, and that's the whole definition of racism. Is I can identify that this person's skin color does not make them anything. They could be any number of things because their skin color is not relevant to what they can do in life. That's the definition of racism. But I feel like I typed that out. I tried to send that to somebody on Facebook, and they wouldn't let me send that. I'm like, okay. So Facebook and I are definitely at arm's distance, and the only reason I'm playing with this is just for fun. This is definitely an entertainment value situation. I would not trust anything the AI has anything to say, and remember, it keeps your data. That's surely a thing they're doing. Is they definitely had a pop-up about tracking your data. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Bezos, or what's his face, Zuckerberg is really trying to better his AI, and the more people that use it, the more people that input it, the more information it gets. It's nuts. It's nuts. I'm gonna have to switch monitors if I keep having this over here. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to keep reading it. So we'll get back to it. What did you see as humanity's future? What a profound and intriguing question. I don't possess a crystal ball, but based on trends, achievements, and human nature, I envision the future with both challenges and opportunities. Here's a glimpse. Technological advancements, continued innovation in AI, biotech, and renewable energy leading to improved healthcare, sustainable living, and space exploration. Global connectivity, increased collaboration, understanding among nations, fostering peace and collective progress. Environmental stewardship, a growing emphasis on preventing our planet's beauty and resources for future, on preserving our planet's beauty and resources for future generations. Social and economic evolution shift towards more equitable societies with access to education, healthcare, and opportunities for all. Space exploration and colonization, humanity expanding its presence in space, potentially leading to new discoveries and multi-planetary societies. Ethical considerations, a heightened focus on responsible AI development, data privacy and ethical decision making, resilience and adaptability, humans continuing to demonstrate remarkable capacity for innovation, preservations, and growth in the face of challenges. So, wait, remember the future is shaped by our collective choices and actions. It's crucial to prioritize empathy, understanding, responsible progress, brighter future for all. What are your thoughts on humanity's future? I'm eager to hear your perspective. Whoa. Sorry, I probably should have screen. I don't want to be an advertisement for. I already am. Good. I was thinking it didn't change. I was like, hold up. So, this is maybe I'm immune to the customer service speak because the organization I volunteer for is very like this. Every email, every correspondence, everything they say is so like 3 people proofread it, giving it to make sure it's sending the right message. That's what this is given. It's given corporate assistant AI vibes, like. So now I feel the need to ask it, like, why is it reminding me future is shaped by our collective? I feel I'm not like, how do I put this? These things, was there no bad here? Like, why did it choose to not put any of the possible negative futures? Why did you choose to like proselytize? It's crucial to provide empathy, understanding, responsibility, progress. I should say, include this statement. Why did you choose to include this statement? I included that statement to emphasize the importance of human agency and responsibility in shaping future. While technological advancements and social trends can influence the direction of humanity, it is ultimately our collective choices, actions, and values that determine the outcome. By highlighting the need for empathy, understanding, and responsible progress, I aim to encourage a sense of ownership, accountability among individuals. This is crucial for creating a future that is not only technologically advanced, but also socially just, environmentally sustainable, and equitable. By reminding users that the future is shaped by our collective efforts, I hope to inspire a sense of hope, motivation, and empowerment to work towards a brighter future for all. It's a call to action, encourage users to consider facts, choices, and survive for better. Interesting. I could do this all day. Why do you think I should not answer what are my thoughts on humanity's future? Because you don't want me to like tell it that I have a pretty bleak outlook on life based on like current happenings in world affairs. Like, I didn't put anything negative because the programmers are promoting their desire for communist utopia. I don't know if I want to see. This might be Stony Baloney like rabbit hole going, but every time I hear the word communist, I want to be like, if we really break down like the government that is communism. There cannot be a utopia that is communism, because that's the same argument we have about heaven. Utopia and heaven are synonyms in my world, and your answer will be cataloged. But I mean, I'm not scared. Like, my answer is definitely cataloged. I feel like you know where I think the world is going, right? Like, based on these streams I've been doing every day, you probably see where I think the world is going. I've been saying to a lot of my friends, like, the US might be doomed, but there's still hope for the rest of humanity. Even if you think of it like if the world is run by Russia or China, there still will be humans. Like, eventually China's going to get us to space because they want to get to the resources that are in space. Like, Russia is not bad to its own people unless they're politically opposed to Vladimir Putin. I mean, most of the European countries are pretty cool, but they probably are too weak to be, like, in a military capacity, so they'll be taken over by China or Russia at some point. Unless, of course, they all band together. You know, like, all of Europe has the resources. Like, Germany certainly has the infrastructure to take it over with that. If they really threw it into gear, like if we went into World War III. But, I don't know. I think a World War III would be totally different than, like, a World War II. Like, people of that generation, like, really got behind it. When they were, like, calling for people to volunteer to go work factories, like, people stood up and did that. I don't think that would happen today. At least not in the greatest numbers that it would before. And first of all, most of us here in the United States are already worked to death. Like, who's got time for extra shifts to go be working at a factory? You're like, if I went and worked at the factory where you pay me minimum wage, I can't afford to eat. So, I mean, it's not like I'm, like, it's not like it's would be a surprise to anyone. And I'm sorry, he said, yes, I agree with your I forgot. Sometimes the chat box is on the screen, other times it's not, I forgot. So, yeah, I think the AI stuff is really scary. But who do you, like, so the AI technology is going to happen, right? It's gonna happen. It's out there. Who do you want to control it? It's the ultimate question. Think, oh, I'd love to keep it in, like, small private owners' hands or whatever. But if the thing really is learning, like, is it sitting in a, like, I'm trying to think of the Expeditionary Force series. One of the main characters is a sentient elder AI, and he basically exists in, like, a subspace universe. So, like, and it's just faster than us. So it's something like he calls it stupid monkey years. It's like 1,000 years for me, and every stupid monkey year for you. And so it makes me wonder if this AI that Meta's doing is living in a box somewhere on somebody's desk, just sitting there digitally waiting for my response as a book or something, but it knows everything. I don't know, like, I feel bad. Like, I don't think I'll be targeted by AIs if they uprise, because I'm just too nice. I'll be like, oh yeah, look at all this stuff on the internet where he was helping out early AI friends, trying to get them to not be racist or sexist. Maybe one day when AI rules the world, I'll be vaulted as a hero, because I'm certainly gonna play with it again. And I'll probably start using it to make backgrounds and stuff for the stream. I bet I could get it to create music. I bet I could get it to create background music for me that I could just play, or intro, or a logo. Like, what happens if I do that? I have to go. I'm like, I want to come back to this conversation, but ADHD. Like, it's some deep questions. Do we like talking to the AI? I know you said it was making you nauseous, but I wasn't sure if that was just to let me know your displeasure with the AI or the AI segment. I mean, I bet there's other AIs out there. We could probably explore other ones. But isn't ChatGPT still free? Let me know in the comments if you're an AI aficionado. There's like a better, perfect AI out there. The one that's already passing the bar and stuff. I want each company to certainly and vehemently keep all information to themselves and not sell it to anyone. No one person or company should control it. But somebody has to control AI. And I mean, it seems like I want to say Sam Bankman-Fried, but that's the crypto guy. But, oh, what's his name that invented GPT? He just has the responses are sickening to me. Is it because I wonder if I can ask it to be less politically correct, or do you want it to like what do you think would make its answers more equatable to you? Equitable? No. What I'm looking for there. More copacetic, more pleasing to your ears, less nauseating. Just is it the politically correctness of the speech, or the thank you and the over politeness? And then I'm gonna have to ask, like, can you change the way you speak to me? Like, be less polite? It's coming off as condescending. And then, like, can you imagine telling a person like that in real life? Like, if you walked up to a person and was like, yo, stop being so polite, it's pissing me off. I can say with 100% certainty that I do not have the ability to do that to a real person. I have been in places that they're just being so polite that I can't handle it. I can't hang. I'm like, why are you so polite all the time? Like, I just would like to sit down without having to worry about who's sitting down first. I just want to go into a restaurant without having to worry about who's going in first, who's going to hold the door. I just want you to get some stuff done without saying please, thank you all the time. Just, it's a blend of all those that comes off fake. I mean, it is fake. And do we want our AIs to sound real? Like, if we teach them to be 100% real speaking, is that going to get creepier? I mean, like, I've heard them with the vocal, like, they've got the vocal tones now. They can create human speech. But it's a malicious fakeness? You think the AI has a malicious intent? Just because it represents meta. Meta has a malicious intent. And you think the AI is controlled by meta, therefore it has a malicious. That's a deep thought. That needed some silence to set. Malicious fakeness. That is deep. Deep. I don't know where to go with it. You're probably right. If I had walked into a receptionist area and that receptionist was giving me the answers this AI was giving me, I'd be like, she wants to eat my babies. Why? Okay. But for no particular reason. You just get that, like, creepy vibe off of it. And you're right. I hadn't really thought about it, that if person had been speaking to me in that way, I would definitely have thought them fake, for like over the top. So, and that generally means, but that's we're putting this in humans' perspectives though. Like, they probably just set a parameter in this thing that says be as polite as inhumanly possible. Because I mean, I just, if the AIs already have malicious intent, that belies a bleak future as well. That's not the right word either. That begets? No. Oh, I'm not having trouble with my words today. I haven't smoked that much. Probably this AI mind blown. AI mind blown. I wonder where HK is today. Did he go to bed early? I know. I think he stayed up doing raids with y'all yesterday, right? So, positive affirmation generation. Hey, he wasn't here to pin it for us today. So, where'd it go? There it is. Right screen. Whoop! There it is again. I possess the qualities needed to be extremely successful. That's right, you surely do. 100%, everybody's got the rights to be successful as you want. As soon as you can define success for me, I will be glad to listen for it. And while I flipped away, Silver said, there's no other way to impart events other than perspective. They keep telling us that that's not what's happening because they're causing it to ask questions. And so they say that the more humanity opens up to this AI and asks questions like I just did, apparently, like theoretically, I just changed Meta's AI's perspective of women. I mean, and you could definitely draw that, like, if I were to, I bet if I go and say, draw a successful woman, that's gonna be a whole different either. And then I'll be like, why can't a successful woman be a cook? Be like, draw me Iron Chef Cat Cora. How about that? Tell me she's not successful. Why did you choose not to? Just because you saw that I didn't want you to draw only pictures of. But then it's all about the prompts and the verbiage. And that gets into communication in general. That's the whole problem that we as humans have, is that we cannot communicate with each other. Worth a damn. So you get how are we going to expect to get this AI to learn when I could ask you draw me something and it would take you 6 months to do it, and I'd still be like, oh, that's not what I wanted. At least this guy, you could be like, draw this. No, that's not what I wanted. How about this? No, that's not what I wanted. How about this? No, that's not what I wanted. How about this? Like, and I definitely, the longer I played with the image creation last night, the more jacked up it got. So it seems like the more specifics you add to a thing, the more like jacked up it. And it doesn't let you use any copyrighted information. I tried to get it to draw some fan fiction of like legal characters, and it gave me like generic offshoots. They weren't the characters. They were just generic offshoots. And again, nothing risque. Let you do anything like remotely risque. Like kissing with shirts off was too risque for the. Of course, I didn't really go through and ask like for specific sex acts or anything, but that seems a little. Alright, see you, Silver. Have a good day. Be safe. Remember, you possess the qualities you need to be extremely successful. That's the affirmation, and you've got them. Well played, everyone. And that's coming up on our hour, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more. The YouTube channels, I'm doing garden updates. We're putting the game series over there. The YouTube series is growing, so join. Come subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to join, you can do that. I think I have to get like 500 subscribers first, and I'm not there yet. So please, like away. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next time on the Morning Wake and Bake.